So when we go to James 1 and 5, and it says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach. See, when you got a relationship with God, he don't care if you're a high school dropout, a GED placeholder, or you got a degree from a prestigious college. He gonna give you your wisdom at the level he know you can receive it in. Danger with some of us. You don't know how simple it is to have the wisdom of just let it go. You rather fight for it, argue for it, make it work, and all the time in your head, God saying let it go. So unlike human wisdom, godly wisdom is not limited by natural understanding. See, this why the Bible comes at judge with a righteous judgment. It sees beyond the circumstances and align with eternal purposes. That's why when I said something about that woman calling women hoes, you got to see beyond whore. See, when I ride through the hood sometime where I'm at, and I know a prostitute when I see one, watch this. Whether they got a 9 to 5 or they working the corner, I can see who sell coochie. We can see it. Watch this. I can see an alcoholic. But I often say to myself, I said, boy, they're going to be powerful when God really get to turn them around. Wonder what'll happen. That's a good one. Wonder what'll happen if God really turned Trump around. What would you church people say? You'll be left with the cotton mouth. See, you are not seeing the things that he's doing actually spiritually, like putting that big old cross in front of the White House. Obama didn't did it. Obama had the power to take away that gay rights stuff, but he signed it into law. But that's your favorite president. But your favorite president usher in a perverted spirit, and the man that y'all looking at as perverted, he said, no, ain't no man finna compete with no woman. He said, but y'all hate him for his spiritual value because all you see is the natural thing he do. I'm gonna drive as long as I can drive. I don't care if gas $7 a darn gallon. I don't care. It's God's job to make sure I got gas, not me. But this gas so high. Walk if it's so high. Isaiah 55 and 8 says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my way. Everything that we do on this earth, when we have a relationship with God, it's going to always contradict human logic. Because godly wisdom begins with reverence for God. Proverbs 9 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The reason a lot of y'all don't change, y'all ain't scared of God. You alive on his name. You play with his name. Tyler Perry and them that made millions off his name. There's no real reverence or fear for God. And the fear I'm talking about in this context is not terror, but a deep honor and submission to his authority. A lot of us don't really honor. A lot of us don't really submit to his authority. And when you don't have those two, true godly wisdom cannot be accessed. That's why most people that I've told or I mentored or I helped in ministry, they always say a lot of times, I never thought about it like that because I'm not thinking with human wisdom. I'm thinking with God's objective. I'm looking at the eternity of who you are. I'm not looking at what you got to do to get by. See, watch this. James 3 and 17, it said, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and good fruit, without partiality and without hypocrisy. See, watch this. You're not using wisdom if it produces confusion, strife, pride, or manipulation. Is not from God. And a lot of us, if we really look at the wisdom we got opposite wisdom. See, we'll meet a man or a woman and immediately we in love. But you still hate your daddy, you hate your mama, you hate your sister, you hate the man that done trick you out your panties, you hate the woman that trick you out your money, you hate your ex-wife, your ex-husband, but you love that person.
Transformation, center we proclaim. Whoa, living more than just a name. Yeah, moving from a church mentality to a kingdom mindset.